And big welcome to Leafs Morning Take. Stoli the goalie, Anthony Stolarz. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing really well. Appreciate you guys for having me.
Hey, thanks for taking the time, man. I know you're having a big summer here. You just won the Stanley Cup and you just finished your day with the cup. How was that for you?
It was a lot of fun. Just had a lot of friends and family come in. Everyone who's been part of the journey throughout the course of my career. We went golfing in the morning. Came back to my house and took some photos with it. Kind of had some alone time and went to a restaurant at night. Kind of get all my old coaches, old teammates, everyone who's played a huge role in my career. And then to top it all off, we went out to a bar on the Jersey Shore. So that was a lot of fun.
Stolia, first and foremost, congratulations. I'm sure the last month, man, it's just been an absolute whirlwind. Do you wake up some days and you're like, holy crap, what's happened in the last month alone? It's wild.
Yeah, it's kind of flown by. I can't believe we're getting into August here. I got back, I think, July 3rd, so right before 4th of July, and you come back home and 4th of July festivities and everything. So then I eat my day with the Cup. So it's kind of flown by, but I'm looking forward to the next month, kind of taking it easy and slowing down a little bit and just kind of relaxing and taking in summer, but at the same time getting back to work, training, and getting on the ice.
So obviously, a grind of a playoff run. I don't think you've been on one that far. What did you learn from all those rounds, all those games, playing that deep, watching the vets, watching what it takes to win that trophy? What did you learn from that whole experience?
I think the biggest thing is for me, this was really my first time in the playoffs. The only other time that I was ever in playoffs, I was a black ace with the Flyers. But I guess just how different the games are, from game one to game two, game three to game four. It's they're almost each individual game is like its own series. You could lose 6-1. I think we lost 6-1 to Boston game one. And you're kind of down a little bit, but you have to just kind of park in the rearview mirror and get ready for game two and go out there. And it's just all about momentum and the swings of a series.
For you specifically, you had your best statistical season as an NHLer. What do you attribute that to? Like, what clicked? What led to that sort of turnaround in your career where you had a monster season, parlayed that into a contract here with the Maple Leafs?
I think obviously you look at our team and the system that we play in Florida definitely helps. But in the past few years, I've been gaining a lot of confidence. In Anaheim and just kind of proving that I am an NHL player, and I kind of just took that in and continued to do the same things that I did there and here with Florida, and the numbers were great, and the team had a lot of success.
Stoli, going into that free agency, obviously a whirlwind. You're winning the cup, lots of stuff going on, like you said. But take us through the process of being a free agent and how the Maple Leafs came into play and how you ended up signing with them. Was it a pretty smooth process, or was there lots going on? And what ultimately settled you on the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Yeah, it was kind of a quick turnaround. We had the parade on, I think it was June 30th, and then the next day you're kind of, signing on July 1st. So, I know there was some dialogue back and forth, and once the season was officially over, and I was kind of able to, speak to my agent about things and kind of just see what he thought, and he kind of presented me all the options, and I just thought that Toronto was the best fit, just in terms of an opportunity. A team that. Is a very strong contender. And, obviously going to a city like Toronto, it's something I'm looking forward to. And I'm really excited for it.
There's a unique wrinkle here as well. Your relationship, or lack thereof, maybe, I don't even know, with Craig Berube. I believe the second year you were with the Flyers organization, he was the coach in Philadelphia. What's the relationship like? Was there any interaction? Is there something that you just really didn't know him because he was obviously in the NHL and you were the AHL at the time?
Yeah, I think just kind of my first training camp, he was the head coach. And so you kind of go through that. And I think maybe I was called up for a game here, a game there, just when someone would get hurt. So I had minimal interaction with him then, but, he's reached out a few times this summer, and we've just been able to chat. And I'm looking forward to getting to camp and working for him.
So Stoli, obviously playing in some of the markets you've played in, they're a little bit different than Toronto. Big media spotlight, big hub of hockey, obviously exciting. But what have you done mentally to kind of prepare yourself for that type of atmosphere?
At the end of the day, I know I just have to go out there and do my job. You're gonna have good nights, you're gonna have off nights, and You just have to look down at the other end of the ice and just try to give up less goals than the other goalie. I've been in games where you win 1-0 and you have 40 saves, and other games where you win 6-5 and you have maybe 26, 27 saves. And at the end of the day, you kind of just have to forget about any goals you give up and just focus on the next shot, because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the 2 points. It doesn't matter if you won 1-0, 6-5, whatever it may be, as long as you get those 2 points is the most important thing.
Have you spoken to any current or former Maple Leafs goaltenders on how it's like to play in this market? I mean, with the due respect to like Anaheim and Florida, it's a different animal. You played in Philly, so you know a bit about it as well. But have you spoken to anybody directly about what it could be like to play in this market?
No, not really. I'm just gonna kind of, I guess, wing it and just go into it. But I did play for London, and obviously,
Yep.
that is a little different. But as an 18-year-old, you kind of get a little taste of it. That big market. So, it's something that I'm actually looking forward to. I think it's going to be a good opportunity for me, and I'm a pretty laid back, easygoing guy, so I'm looking forward to it all.
Yeah, I think you got the mind to handle that market, Stoley. You mentioned London. You've played with Mitch Marner and Max Domi, I believe, in London. Have you been in touch with them at all and excited to be reunited with those two?
Yeah, a couple guys once I signed reached out. You get added to the team group chat, so you get to meet some guys there real quick. Just get some phone numbers, and if you have any questions, they said just reach out. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting to camp and kind of reconnecting with those guys. I know Simone Benoit, Yanni Hakanpää, OEL is coming with me from Florida, so I kind of know a little bit of the core here. So it'll be exciting to get to town, meet some new guys, get things rolling here.
Yeah, I think Dakota Mermis signed as well. I think
Yeah,
you
him
played
as
with him
well.
with London, man. It's
Yeah,
it's
he was my
funny. I
roommate.
went. Pardon me.
He was my roommate when I was with the London Knights as well.
Man, it's full circle because I went to Fanshawe, so I actually cover the Knights. I know everything about Richmond Row, but just playing in that market, even I don't know if you remember a name, Trevor Can. One of my buddies was attendee on London when I was there in school as well. I played for Peterborough before that, but was traded the John Tavares year where they were stacked.
Mhm.
But just that experience in general, I'm fascinated with because you're so right. Like it's the biggest market in junior hockey every night, like 10,000 fill in that building. And how much do you think that's helped you throughout your career? Knowing that you started at such a young age playing in that type of environment?
Yeah, I think it was huge for me in my development. I mean, from a small town in New Jersey, playing junior B basically in front of my friends and family, 40, 50 people in the stands. And I played a year in the North American League, and we get maybe 2,000 fans in a 10,000 seat capacity arena. So you don't really have that same feel. And then I remember my first game in London. I think we were actually up like 5-1 after the first period. So kind of eased the nerves a little bit. But just to be able to go through that, especially at a young age, and you're able to kind of deal with some things that maybe you normally wouldn't have until you get to the NHL. Because if you play for a small junior team and then go to the American League, and some of those cities are a little small market as well, it's kind of grooms you a little bit to learn how to handle certain situations.
For sure, Stoley, you and Joseph Woll are going to be kind of the 1-2 punch in the crease in Toronto this year. Do you know him? Have you talked to him, reached out to him, or do you know anything about him?
I've heard nothing but great things. He reached out when I first signed, and we just kind of shot a little text over. And I know we had the same agent, and my agent had nothing but great things to say about him. I think Dakota Mermis, his dad, coached him in St. Louis, I think, when we were together. So I kind of knew a little bit about him even before he was drafted and whatnot. So it's an exciting opportunity, and I'm looking forward to working with him.
We had Woolsey actually on this podcast a couple times last year. Salt of the earth beauty. I think you're going to love him, obviously. But I wanted to ask about Florida and Sergei Bobrovsky. What was that experience like playing with goalie Bob? Because obviously, up and down career, the last 5 to 7 years, he's been an absolute stud. But what was that experience like working with Sergei Bobrovsky?
Oh, it was great. I mean, from day one in camp, he was, super inviting and super welcoming. And yeah, I think it was the second or third day of training camp. I make a big save, and I just hear, a big stick bang, and I look down, and Bobby's just smashing his stick on the ice, and that kind of just set the tempo for our relationship the rest of the year. And he was super supportive, and I was able to pick up a lot of things, from him, just talking to him about hockey. he loves the game. He's so intelligent, and just the things that he would do off the ice, his work ethic. You can see why he's so successful and why he's maintained such a long career. The way he takes care of his body in the gym, the meal room, everything. He's a class act, and I owe him a lot of give him a lot of credit for helping me be the goalie I was last year.
Love his passion as well. And you mentioned Oliver Ekman-Larsson comes with you. How much do you think that'll help with the transition, knowing that you have somebody who you played with last year, you won a cup with, quite frankly?
Yeah, no, it's huge having somebody kind of go through the same thing as you, and Lars and I get along really well, sat across from each other at the card table. So hopefully, we get to revisit those battles the entire year. But no, it's nice to have someone to share that experience with, somebody to be able to go in there, a new room, and just kind of go through the same things you are.
Hey, Stoli, I appreciate you taking the time. Everyone in Toronto is pretty excited to get you there. I hope you're excited to come as well. And hopefully this isn't the last time on Leafs Morning Take, but we appreciate you taking the time and having everyone get to know you.
Perfect. I appreciate it, guys, and looking forward to the next time.
Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.